Hi all, how are you? Welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. It's nominations day. The housemates have now been in the house for 921.5 or a half in fractional terms hours. The headlines say, please don't cheer, it's only a number. After 39 days together, the housemates are going stir crazy, and I don't mean in a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder type of way. Yesterday, the heat and the stress started to take its toll, and after weeks of relative politeness, the housemates have started to turn on each other, tempers being very frayed. Take a look.
I mean, even Brian, you can have a laugh with him and everything, but when it comes to talk about Jennifer Lopez or to sing songs from the charts, he's climbing down. And I don't care if anyone thinks I'm elitist for that, that's fine. I don't want to talk about...
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Destiny's Child, and I don't want to.
It's not working for me.
It's beneath me.
And you know, all the way up, they've been saying to me, who do you think you get on with best, who don't you get on with? Well, I think it takes me about 4 or 5 weeks to kind of decide. I am now, at this moment, now starting to make my judgments.
Yeah.
And it's taken me this long to kind of give them a really good go.
I could never have a conversation with you in here because my personality, someone like you, I would actually tear to pieces.
Why don't you though?
No, because it's not appropriate
Oh my God,
in here. No, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm such a... My personality is actually very, very strong. And because it's so strong, I deal with different people in different ways.
OK, a side we haven't yet seen to Paul. Delighted to be joined by Bubble. And lovely Claudia Winkleman, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing? Guys, well, Bubble, what do you make of Paul's reaction there?
Yeah, he's getting a bit more confident these days, isn't he?
He's thinking, I've been up now 3 times, I ain't gonna get...
And again, though, if I knock me out, I'd be, quite confident.
Right. Now that's the Bubble we know. OK, over the last couple of days, Paul has indeed started to stand up for himself, sick of the others saying they were shocked of Bubble's departure. So, has the fight back begun? With nominations day tomorrow, it proves to be a very interesting show for you tomorrow. But today, the latest task continuing to teach an old dog new tricks. Paddy the dog becoming the nation's favourite and making himself more than at home. Yes, check out my repositioning skills. Only in 5 seconds. OK, yesterday, Big Brother gave them something else to occupy their time. A mini task simply entitled Soap Opera. They had 3 days to create a soap opera about all 11 housemates in a style of their choice. Yikes. Let the bitching commence.
There's 12 characters.
5 minutes.
There's 7 people here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, Paddy.
I'm Bubble and Rinda.
I'll play Paddy.
And Josh can play Paddy.
I'll play Helen.
Look, dudes. All right, how's that daddy out?
Okay, we need to account for 12 people here. Emma, who are you playing?
I'm Birmingham.
Josh,
understanding what I say.
you're playing Paddy. You need to look like a dog.
Yeah,
That's easy. Just get up really
I
early.
think Dougal outfit.
Totally the box, mate. I'm gonna make a nice cup of tea. At the end of the day, you know. At the end of the day, you know.
Guys.
At the end of the day, I can't help it if the public loves me that much, alright?
You can see that. Just to recap there, Helen's actually doing an impression of Dean, in case you didn't know.
We weren't sure.
Guys, who would you play? Who would you play?
Oh, Brian.
Would you be Brian?
Yeah, it'd be easy to Brian.
Go on, do a bit.
What a darling, what a darling.
I'll be Emma.
Oh, I like your bits, you look. Very strong. OK, how you doing, by the way? You all right?
Very well. Very excited to be here.
Are you? Thank you
Yes.
very much for coming on. How are you doing?
Good, yeah.
Another day, another doll. I mean, what's the deal? I mean, is it like sinking in yet, or is it
It's
still...
bizarre. It's bizarre walking down Oxford Street today.
You went down Oxford Street today?
Yeah.
Well, you were straight into the, like,
I thought, let's have
Hades'
it.
den, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I know, yeah, straight in, let's have a go.
And what happened?
I was just people everywhere, you all right, blah, 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 blah. Everyone was really nice, really cool. How did you get nominated out? I don't know, it must be rigged.
And when you
Which
first...
obviously it's not.
And when you still, when you came in yesterday, you were still like this. Everyone was going, right, Bob, and you were like, OK, this is still
It is strange, though, when, people are listening to know everything about you. I understand what you've been through, unlucky, mate, well done, you give it your best. I'm like, who are you?
Where have
Do you know what I mean? It is bizarre.
Claudia, you voted for Paul, didn't you, last
Yes.
week? Nomination.
I did. I don't understand. What's he still doing there?
Oh, Claudia!
I don't get it. I saw Bubble. Number one, I'm very starstruck to be sitting here. And of course, I am.
Not sure about you, though, it can't be me.
No, I know that.
No, I'm very starstruck. And Bubble should have been in. But yeah, voted for Paul a lot, actually. I got
Okay.
Redale on my phone.
OK, guys, getting your opinions all the way through the show, but Big Brother is giving the housemates things to keep them occupied. Niceness, however, is not always on the agenda. We went into the house to find out.
I know, I'm sorry.
All I did was put a few letters on the wall for me, for no one else. That's all. But I'll take them down.
Big Brother would like to remind you about the rules, Helen.
Yeah, but the guys do it every night.
Big Brother appreciates how difficult it
Yeah, it is.
but it is one of the fundamental rules of the programme.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dean. Please, could you bring it all to the diary room?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thanks, Helen.
Happy birthday, Elizabeth. For your birthday, Big Brother is giving you the choice of presents.
Oh my God!
You can keep your t-shirt, Bubble.
Wicked, cheers.
Oh my God!
Thank you very much, that's lovely.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, that is unbelievable!
And, you know, nation's favourite, yeah, the guy you love to love, housewife's favourite at least, like, there's look, lovely, look at, there's Aidan. We're in the paper today, in the Mirror, and there's Aidan dressed up, cross between Harry Potter and the Matrix, as you can see there. Big sunglasses eyes on him. Like, there's, like, normal picture of Aidan, who you wouldn't look twice at, and there's, like, evil Aidan. So, is Big Brother too evil? Bubble, you must have been gutted with the whole Bryony thing. You're trying to put the date on the wall, is that right?
Yeah, I put her initials and the date on the wall. But I did it in a way that no one had a damn what it was about. Only person who knew was Big Brother, because I went up and honestly told them, this is what I've done, and that's cool.
And the weird thing being that she hasn't watched the show, presumably. I mean,
yeah, and she can't read.
Right, what's she, 1.5?
3.
She's 3, right, yeah.
Yeah, she's only just started going to nursery and that, so...
Yeah. So really, it really
yeah, do you know what I mean? It was only ever
wasn't
for me, and no one else would ever know.
So did the rules sometimes slightly annoy you and frustrate you? Because I know when you know, especially
yeah,
when you're
it's
short
not
of
sometimes it's not just it's not just the rules; it's how they tell them to you. You get the mean Big Brother voice and the more compassionate one.
So you get good cop, bad cop.
Oh yeah,
really?
Definitely, yeah.
Who was your favourite voice? Obviously, you don't know who these people are, but was it a feminine voice or?
Yeah, it was weird because when I first got told, I went into the diary room and told them this, and I got. Big Brother sees this as a connection to the outside world, you must take them down. I was like, you what? You might want to have a think about it first and get back to me, because normally it's, Big Brother will get back to you later, which is your normal answer if they don't know. Mm-hmm. Or he doesn't know, sorry, or they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I said, you can at least think about this one, mate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he went off and then come back, Bubble, we understand that obviously, and it's like, okay, now you see it's a sensitive issue, and you're wording it in a different way, I'll take them down, because I have to.
OK. Do you think Big Brother was sometimes
I think
too
they're
lenient,
lovely.
or?
I mean, I haven't been in there, but lovely house, very nice den, good chairs that I like to work with, and you can just sit there and you can sunbathe. And they got pampering stuff, they got Gucci stuff, they got presents.
Yeah, but I mean, bearing in mind, you know, the whole claustrophobic atmosphere, do you think that, you know, Big Brother's too hard or too soft on the housemates?
I think they're about right.
Bubble?
Too hard.
Too hard. OK, well, that's our talking point, ladies and gentlemen. We want to know what you think. Is Big Brother an angel or a demon?
Demons!
Shut up. OK, should our housemates toughen up or quite simply lighten up? Our talking point today is Big Brother too nice or too nasty? Email us, littlebrother@e4.com. I'd love to tell you the phone number, but I believe we have someone here to do that right now for us.
You can phone Big Brother's little brother on this number.
Lovely Helen, hasn't she changed as well? But right now, let's speak to Mr. Mean and Nasty. Thanks. Aidan Hansel. Hi, Aidan, how are you?
Hello. I'm very angry about the Harry Potter comment.
Really? Can I just say
really.
I didn't write that?
All right. In that case, Phil, I know where you live.
OK, now, let's not get self-indulgent now. All right, Aidan. OK, now, do you think Big Brother's a bit soft on them or too hard? I know the answer here obviously going to be you think Big Brother's just about right.
I think we're firm but fair. I think we're like good parents. We give them little treats occasionally, but also when they need a telling off, they get a telling off. Mm-hmm. So firm but fair.
I mean, who decides what they can and cannot do?
It's always a team decision, really. There are a dozen producers, 3 or 4 senior producers, and then above them executive producers. And depending on how hard the decision is, it goes right up to the top. So, but something little like can they have herbs, I might decide. Something like what task should we do next week goes up to the executive producers.
Right, OK. And do you argue with the execs? I mean, how does that work?
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of arguments. There's plenty of strong opinions on what they should and shouldn't be allowed to do, and and what might work in the house and what might not. So, but it's all creative. It all adds hopefully to the quality of the programme.
And is it hard to be tough on them? When you go in there and you have to, for example, saying something to Bubble like, you can't put Bryony's birthday and her initials up there.
Sometimes it's really,
Don't you want to go home and have a shower?
It's really, really tough, but we all obey the rules. That the kind of abiding principle of Big Brother is that the rules are everything, and however hard it is, we have to obey the rules, otherwise there isn't a programme. So at the end of the day, as Paul says, it's not really that hard.
OK, very briefly, what's been going on today?
Today it's a very hot and sultry day. It is nominations day, so some interesting nominations, and a lot of practice of the task, and also they've got a one-day, sort of mini task of making a soap opera.
How'd the nominations go?
Nominations were interesting. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you how they went, but
You're not allowed to tell us, but I mean, after nominations, until they actually know, what's the atmosphere like?
Okay, it's difficult. I think they're all finding it much, much more difficult now than in previous weeks. Obviously, they're closer. They've made closer bonds with all these people. There's no obvious targets. So, in a nutshell, they're all finding it really, really tough.
Aidan, you rule, and even if you didn't, I'd tell you did. Thanks a lot, appreciate it. OK, yes, indeed. Today is the 5th nomination day, and it's anybody's guess who's up for the public vote. The housemates yesterday were obviously very shocked when Bubble was evicted, and the bookies, weirdly enough, are still reeling from it, as is our lighting guy who almost went A over T. It's the biggest shock, I'm told, since Mike Tyson actually lost to James Buster Douglas in 1990, which I'm sure Bubble here lost a couple of G's on. I know I did as well. Bubble, I mean, who do you think will be up for nomination this week?
Paul. And outsider's bet, I'd go for Paul. And Josh or Helen. Probably Josh.
I think Amma. I think people are getting bugged by her. I know you liked her, but only to watch, I just think she looks so grumpy.
I think the weird thing is there's such a difference between popularity in the house and popularity outside. And I don't mean, no, but yeah, to be fair, you got, like I said to you yesterday, you were only, one nomination away from a 4-way tie, and there's no way you'd have been evicted if there'd have been a 4-way tie.
Yeah.
No, absolutely no way. If you think, for example, Dean. Now, Dean probably won't win the whole thing, but Dean will get through to the last 3 easily, won't he?
All day long.
Okay. And Elizabeth, probably.
Who do you think the public will vote out?
Paul. Don't you think? I think it's time.
Really?
Yeah, he's bugging.
OK, and what are your predictions for actual winners?
Brian.
Brian, OK.
He's wearing a shirt in memorabilia.
Really?
Yeah, I'm making him on all the way.
Top man, OK. Now, we will reveal exclusively before the Channel 4 show, that was our idea, who's been nominated tomorrow. And after the break, mucho excitement, she wrote, because we'll be stepping into the highly exclusive and off-limits zone that is the camera run, basically the area between the mirrors and the side of the house. Before that, Bubble, on camera one, give us one of those cheeky catchphrases.
Yeah, all right. Ding dong.
Hi, I'm Brian. You're watching Big Brother's Little Brother on E4.
Nice ident, Brian. Hi, welcome back. To prove we have unique access into the wonderful world of Big Brother, we're not only at the house, which you've seen several hundred times before, we are going inside the house. Thank you very much. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this. Now, as you're well aware, with the well-documented solar panel here, it's pretty much the largest solar, well, not pretty much, it just is the largest solar panel inside the UK. 1 week, this produces 299.8 units of electricity, which makes you, or is available for you to watch 250 hours of television. I'll just see if I can... Oh, no. I got an electric shock. OK, the corridors run right around the house, so the directors can get access into the garden. I'm sure, as you're well aware, there are 38 cameras, 5 of which are manned. The rest are all manned electronically. And as you're well aware already, that from the gallery where we interview the likes of Aidan and the senior producers, we can actually see that's where they actually operate inside here. So I'm going to go inside now. I have to say I'm very, very excited about it. I've been in once before, but before the actual housemates went in. So here we go. Thank you very much. Hi. OK, here we go. OK, here I am inside the house. It's I have to say, it's actually quite wide, but of course the cameras are tripod there. If we just look through, we can see Dean. All afternoon they've pretty much been doing a volleyball match, having a volleyball match. And as luck would have it, right now they're going inside. But I believe that's Helen lying down there. We've just got a shot of her. OK, as we pass up, we should be able to see one of the cameramen. Now, the cameras can reposition themselves from various windows. But as you can see, it must be totally freaky. I mean, unbelievable if you think that these people are here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 5 of them. I'm just going to talk to one right now. Hi there, how you doing? You all right? Hello. OK. How long would your shift be here?
I start at 4 and I finish at 3 in the morning.
Okay, but you reposition yourselves between different cameras, don't you?
Yeah, when we take breaks, we come back and swap with somebody on a different camera. And we move the cameras from window to window, depending on where the people are.
Yeah, I know that because I thought you were going to be up there like you were in the dress rehearsal. Do you feel at all, or did you feel like, a bit of a voyeur when it first started? And I only mean that in the sense that, you're seeing different people and the circumstances.
Last year, the first few weeks was weird. Because seeing them so close. But after a while, it's natural. It's weird seeing them in real life once they're evicted. Because that's the strange thing, when they can see you and you can see them.
I mean, do they ever come right up to the camera? Are you ever so slightly paranoid that happens?
Yeah, they constantly come up to do, like, Paul does his hair all the time and Helen does a lot of beauty stuff. And they all come up to the mirror very close and look right in it. And that's quite bizarre because
I believe Helen's actually someone's just been called to there's probably not Helen because she just seems to be lollygagging around, but someone's just been called into the diary room, as you can see there. When you first started out, it was just a sense of like this kind of buzz that you were actually involved in this big phenomenon.
It's a bit weird because we didn't realise how big it was until sort of Nick went last year, and it's now just massive this year, and to be sort of part of it, and you're in here and it's what you do every day, and then you go home and you realise the rest of the world's still sort of talking about it.
Cool. And have the guys started to bore you now? I see you've got a shot there of Paul just laying down looing precious little.
Paul is Mr. Boring. Josh is really boring. We all sort of miss Bubble because at least he moved around a bit.
Okay, thanks a lot. The most opinionated cameraman on earth. Certainly didn't expect that. Okay, as you can see now, the guys, like we said, do get to move around. And they're quite hard to miss sometimes. What I really want to do is to get you inside the house. As you can see, there's the garden. What I really want to see is get you inside the house and actually maybe take a look in the storeroom. Come with me. Okay, here we go. Now this is where the guys get all the provisions and so forth. But I have to be ultra careful when I'm in here for the simple reason I believe Helen, thank you. Helen normally likes to come in and have a bit of a gander, and if Helen did actually look through, she could probably see me now. As you can see there's Helen in the kitchen, and of course Emma back to us. This is actually where they get all the provisions and so forth, as I said already, and you can see the amazing sense of sort of paranoia right now, because if you can imagine the various windows and so forth, behind every one of those windows is at least a camera opportunity. So inside the house, maybe it's not too surprising that they are indeed always preening themselves. Now speaking of that, we'll be here next week, by the way, hopefully analysing their movements in slightly more depth, because I think we've been quite good, so let us back in. But in light of the fact that there's so many mirrors and they're always preening themselves, we looked at a bit of coverage. Paul, in fact, preens himself, only within a space of 5 minutes, preened himself in the boys' bedroom, the kitchen and the bathroom. So in light of that, here's a homage to the preeners.
When I hear you went up to Saratoga and your horse naturally won, then you flew your Learjet up to Nova Scotia to see the total eclipse of the sun. When you're where you should be all the time, and when you're not, you're with some underworld spy or the wife of a close friend, wife of a close friend, and you're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. You're so vain. I'll bet you think the song is about you. Don't you? Don't you?
The eyes, on the eyes.
Okay, here I am back again, no problem whatsoever. Our talking point today, Big Brother, is he too nice, is he too nasty, he or she? I believe we should have David from Kent on the line. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Not too bad, pretty cool.
As I'm losing my breath, tell me, Big Brother, too nasty, and why?
I think he should be a lot tougher, a lot more nastier. I mean, can you imagine the tension and stress if someone was to get evicted? There wouldn't be any conversation at all in the house, and Emma would probably put more cigarettes in her mouth just to keep it quiet. But rules are there, and these rules are not to be broken. Everyone's been given a chance of a lifetime, and Bubbles, you're cool. You're a winner in my eyes.
Hey, Sam. Thank you very much.
What have you got to say to that, though? Not the cool comment. I'm emotionally thrilled about that.
Sometimes they are very hard. Sometimes they're very nice. It's it depends on the situation, but I think some issues they could be a bit more sensitive around, you know, like people's family and friends that you are missing. Obviously, I don't, you know, things like they give us loads of champagne, that's nice, but you shouldn't be doing that. It's back to basics.
Yeah, okay, Claudia?
I still think they're doing it right. I don't think they should be any nicer. Seems to me they get the champagne, the presents, the pampering stuff, having a laugh. They've got the summer off.
Again, I guess, don't they?
Yeah.
And would you have done the whole celebrity thing just out of interest?
No.
No?
No.
Cool, okay. Carol from Middlesex. Hello, Carol.
Hi.
Big Brother Too Nasty Nasty.
I really think they should lighten up. I think they're being much too nasty.
Now, why?
I think they're being much too strict. They're causing more tension in the house than is necessary. I think there are already enough tensions knowing a camera's on you 24 hours a day. I think we should have some physical and fun tasks and much more mini tasks with rewards to release the tension. Otherwise, I think we may have a walkout.
Do you quite like the tension, Sharon, as in as a viewer?
No.
Or a voyeur?
No.
Sorry, Carol.
No. I think it's most unfair.
Okay, cool.
I love the tension. Mad me. I love it. Sorry.
Tension might be great to watch, but if you're living in there, I'm going to go with that one. Yeah, I like that. The little tasks are great.
Thank you very much, Carol. Okay, we've got Sharon on the line from Wrexham, I believe. Hello, Sharon.
Hello.
Probably loving Helen right now, aren't you? Okay, Big Brother Too Nice, Too Nasty.
Well, I think they're too nice. I think that they should definitely toughen up.
Why so?
Well, clearly some housemates I don't think are making the effort with this last task.
Tell me, who?
The only male housemate to make the effort is Josh. The others seem to be completely ignoring Paddy. One of them said that they didn't like him. And I feel this shouldn't affect making the effort on this task at all, though. Isn't one of the requirements of the task to treat Paddy with affection, respect and kindness?
I do believe that is indeed in the small print. Yes, you're right.
I just feel that some housemates have let the others down, and to me that is definitely not teamwork.
Oh, well, what do you think? I mean, what's the sense of, like, teamwork in there?
Sometimes in the task, some people are better than others, so it's best to utilise the better people for the better task. I think when you're working as a group. But other times, some people take over, and in this particular task, Josh is a dog lover, as is Helen, so maybe they might be a bit too domineering and kind of... Because we like the tasks in the house, it gives you something to do.
I worry for Paddy with Helen, actually. I can see Buffon hairstyles coming out. Very briefly, we've got Cheryl from West Sussex. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Only got a couple of seconds, so
Right, I think they should be nicer. I think that they could do with some mini tasks and send in some alcohol to loosen their tongues because it makes for better viewing.
Cheryl, a very honest and excellent point. Thank you very much for calling in. We'll be back tomorrow with the results of the nominations. Like to be joined by Bob. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Pleasure.
Okay, lovely, Claudia. Thank you very much.
you.
Take care. God bless. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Like the O'Leary fella said, BBLB is back swapping gossip again at the same time tomorrow. Next on E4, Norm just wants a woman he can talk to. Mind you, he hasn't been feeling himself lately. Comedy on E4 after the break.